Kentucky Flyer is the family-sized wooden roller coaster Kentucky Kingdom. While this coaster has modest stats, it is chock full of airtime, which is the theme with most coasters at Kentucky Kingdom. Is this one of the best family coasters out there? Find out in this review. After reviving Kentucky Kingdom in the mid-2010s, Ed Hart added 2 ejector airtime machines. First was Lightning Run from Chance Rides in 2014, and second was Storm Chaser from Rocky Mountain Construction in 2016. These 2 rides were adored by coaster enthusiasts. Prior to 2019, the only coaster Kentucky Kingdom suitable for kids was Roller Skater. All other coasters had height limits of 48 inches or taller. That is why the addition of Kentucky Flyer was so brilliant. Gravity Group made a name for themselves in the 2010s, adding small and action-packed wood coasters. These rides had airtime-filled layouts, making them appealing even to thrill seekers, but Kentucky Flyer's height limit would be just 40 inches, allowing even the young kids to join in on the fun. Kentucky Kingdom leases land from the Kentucky State Fair Board. Shortly after construction started, Kentucky Kingdom ran into an issue. Despite approving the initial plans, the Fair Board blocked use of 1 acre of land needed for the project. This threatened to derail the entire coaster, but the state governor got involved to allow the project to proceed. Standing 47 feet or 14 meters tall, Kentucky Flyer's 1,288 feet or 393 meters of track would run along the perimeter of the water park. I think this is a nice location. It serves as a nice backdrop for those at Hurricane Bay, and the white supports give this coaster the look of a classic Woody. The coaster is lightly themed to aviation. The lead car is themed to look like a plane with the propellers. Then the queue line advertises the coaster's stats through a series of posters relating them to aviation terminology. There's no theming along the course, nor the ride station, but this ride doesn't need theming to succeed. Typically, Kentucky Flyer has a manageable weight. Each train holds just 12 riders, but this coaster has the fastest dispatches in the entire park, and it is the coaster most likely to run 2 trains. Plus, this ride's weird location may keep crowds down. Kentucky Kingdom's dry rides are separated by the water park. Kentucky Flyer is located behind a water slide tower over with the Star Flyer. The queue line then has a straight shot to the station. My favorite seat on Kentucky Flyer is the back row. Every hill delivers airtime in any row, however, I think the airtime is more forceful towards the back. The trains are your familiar Gravity Group Timberliners, and I find these trains really comfortable. The lap bar swivels from the side and the contouring is nice. These trains also track fairly well, as this is a nice and smooth coaster. Once dispatched, you quickly ascend the ride's lift hill. You then turn 45 degrees at the top and head down the 52-degree first drop. And if you're in the back, you will get some nice floater airtime here. You then traverse a double up. The initial hump gives a good pop of airtime for all. The second hump only gives a weak pop because of its height, but those in the back get a stronger burst of airtime on the sizable drop that follows. You then zip over a speed hill, which gives a weak pop of floater airtime for everyone. Next is the far turnaround. The entry into this element gives another weak pop of airtime, and then you continue to twist upwards, getting some moderate laterals along the way. You then drop back down to the ground, and this is another drop giving a nice pop of airtime for those seated in the back. You then rise upwards and navigate a quad down. These are 4 bunny hills that keep bouncing you out of your seat as you go back down to the ground. The front gets quick pops of floater on all 4 humps, but those in back get stronger bursts of airtime on hills 2 through 4. Hump 2 also subtly banks to the left, and Hump 3 subtly banks right, so you get some laterals with that airtime. This is the best sequence on the ride, and it's a shockingly good stretch for elements on a family coaster. You then rise up another hill, getting a weak pop of airtime. You then sharply turn to the left, getting a quick burst of laterals, and then you navigate one final bunny hill into the brake run, but not before getting one last quick pop of airtime. This ends the short but frenetically paced coaster. So what would I rate Kentucky Flyer? I would give this coaster an 8 out of 10. This is a good family ride. The best thing about this coaster is its accessibility. The low height limit, small size, and smoothness make it approachable for young guests. Then the action-packed layout makes it enjoyable even for thrill seekers. This ride advertises having a dozen airtime moments, and I believe it. Every hill pops me out of my seat, particularly in the back where the airtime is wilder. This is a nice complement to the big two of Kentucky Kingdom. Roar-O-Saurus is still the king of the small gravity groups, but Kentucky Flyer compares favorably to rides like Quasi's Wooden Warrior and Sesame Place's Oscar's Wacky Taxi. So those are my thoughts on Kentucky Flyer. What are your thoughts on this family coaster? Do you agree it's a good fit for Kentucky Kingdom? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.